Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are at the Cowboys Club out here in Dallas, and I'm going to be working with Johnny Spinelli. You guys probably saw him in the challenge accepted video when I challenged a scratch golfer to a match. But today we are going to work on his swing. There's a lot of stuff I saw immediately with his swing that I wanted to work on. He said he wanted to do a lesson. He's been struggling a little bit, and we're going to get him dialed in. Hopefully you guys do take a lot from today's video, because I know exactly what he's doing is what a lot of people out there are doing. So it's very relatable content, and I just want you guys to learn a lot from today's video. We're gonna get him dialed in, and we're gonna get him hitting lower iron shots. He tends to hit them super high up in the air. We wanna get him hitting low iron shots, piercing ball flight, and just starting to hit his irons farther than those balloon ones that he was doing. So we're gonna dive right into that. If you guys have been enjoying the videos, be sure to slap that like button. It helps a lot. But let's get right into today's video at the Cowboys Club. Let's go. All right, guys, we have made our way over to the range. We got Johnny here.
Back on the channel.
Back on the channel.
Back on the channel, back again.
Yes, sir. What have you been working on in the swing? Let's hear it.
I'm trying to focus on consistency. So if you saw the last video, ball striking, consistency is just not there. Short game, kind of always what saves me. I've been talking to Grant, it's like I'm a pretty feels, handsy player, so if the ball striking feels good, it's really good, and if it's bad, it's really bad. So just finding some consistency in the swing, not trying to flip so much at the bottom, just kind of more, we talk about more of like a bowed wrist, trying to stay steady through it, and not flipping it at impact, really just trying to
hold the angle.
Hold the angle, square it up.
Right. You guys can look at his swing with me. We're gonna get a couple just warm-ups. We're gonna take a look here, see if we notice anything off the bat. I'll let you guys know right away what I see. That was pure right there. I like that. It's still a little too high though.
Yeah.
A little bit too high of a ball flight. Close, still floating on you. His apex is way up there. Yeah, also guys, these planes are gonna be flying over top of us. We are right by the airport, so.
Touch one of them.
I know, your apex is gonna hit.
I'm about to touch one of them.
Johnny's gotta watch out he doesn't hit an airplane. Dude, positions look great, but the ball flight, once again, I want to see if you can hit a low one. Try and hit one low right now. That was a little lower, but it's still super high. Let's get a face-on view here real quick. Let's see what this looks like. He's got a good move, and once you get up to this level that Johnny's playing at, it's small things, but I already see something big that we need to work on. I mean, you're pure in it right now. Your ball flight, it's going high. The main thing I see with Johnny right now, he has a little bit of early extension, and early extension it's not necessarily always the worst thing. There's been players in the past that have been successful with early extension, like Jack Nicklaus. He did that a lot. He still timed it up, but Johnny's losing shaftly. And what's happening is the club is getting long here, so he has to stand up to create room. From this view, it looks like this. He has to stand up to create room. Because if you guys think about it, once the club gets this long, if he does not stand up, he's gonna hit it fat every time. So what we need to get him to do is maintain the angle here and learn how to rotate and push back with his butt. So from this angle, it'll look like this. He's gotta get up, push back, and keep the angle ahead, like this, instead of throwing it and losing that and hitting that really high shot. So I want you to get up to the top of your swing right now. Now push back with your butt as hard as you can. There, that feeling. Push back, now rotate. Now rotate through. That's the feeling. Do that one more time. Get up to the top, slow, stop, push back, turn left, boom. You gotta do that super slow. You gotta do that like really deliberate. So you're gonna hit one. I only want you to hit it like 100 yards with this, whatever club you have, just barely out there. Super slow motion swing. Get up to the top, super slow. Push back and rotate. Okay, do it again. That's all right. That was a little lower. Even though you chunked that, it's still, you close the face down. We got to get him de-lofting the club, if anything. Now go up slow, push back and rotate. There we go. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
That was a little bit lower. There you go. Oh, that was sick. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
You almost like, and I feel like the main thing with you is you get up to the top of your swing and you get so excited that you throw the angle and you lose all your power at the top of your swing. And that's what a lot of people do.
So do you almost want to feel like there's almost a pause in transition?
There's almost a pause in transition and the butt pushes back and around. What Johnny does is what a lot of players do, like I said, is they get up here and they get so excited that they throw it. And Johnny's a scratch golfer, so he's already a great player and he plays with that little bit of early extension, that little bit of throw. He's made it work. The iron shots are going way too high, like we said, so we gotta really focus on, all I want him to do is be able to give it a second from the top, create that angle, and rotate like this. He's basically creating that angle and rotating. Up, up. Basically what I just showed there is what he needs to feel if he wants to get that loft down. He needs to learn how to rotate, stay in his posture, and maintain the angle. There you go, better. Go ahead. There you go. Nice. I love that ball flight. Do it again. Now let's hit a nice, let's start to speed it up a little bit, but not the transition from the top, just the swing. Closer, you got a little fast there. There you go.
I almost feel like I'm like back here when I'm trying to do that instead of like.
So you're falling back a little
Yeah.
bit? That's okay. All I'm going after right now is basically what it looks like and how the ball flight's reacting to that. So you're hitting it lower and that's what we're after. Well, you'll naturally get your weight through as time goes on. Do a couple more. There we go. That is so much better. What's going through your head right now? Like, what are you feeling?
I feel like I'm trying to get like my left butt cheek. There's a string to it, and I feel like I'm trying to like almost get it pulled. You know what I'm saying?
Pulled to the
That's
left.
what I'm trying to feel.
Right. If you were to take a line and draw it, when you start your swing, if there's a line going up here, if you were to come off that line here and the hips move forward, that is considered early extension. So you're just basically feeling that this club here, you're pushing back against this club on the downswing, so you're not coming up out of it. That's not even just for Johnny. Like, I do the same thing that he does when I start swinging. When I start hitting it all over the place, I early extend as well. And it can be okay if you have slight early extension to shallow out the shaft, but you ultimately don't want any. There you go. You're just rotating so much better now. Let's start hitting some higher clubs in your bag. Let's start to move up, because I know the driver is something that you
It's
you've
hit or
mentioned.
miss. It's hit or miss.
It was crazy because even when Johnny was hitting his 4-iron, he was still ballooning it in our match. And this is like something that I just wanted to come out here and help him out with, because I saw it and I just want to help him. Here we go. Let's do the same thing, slow it down, same everything. There you go. That was low. That was good. I mean, you should be hitting it low like that since it is a 4-iron. Like, and you said your clubs are upright, right? 1 degree.
1 degree, yeah.
Go ahead, set up to the ball like you normally do. It is interesting to look at, guys. If you do see there, his toe is way up in the air. I'm not saying that his clubs are too upright, but he does have to raise the handle a good bit at impact if he wants to square the face up there. So
We're gonna blame the fitter in that situation.
yeah, I would
blame the
consider
fitter.
getting your clubs looked at for lie angle, because since the toe is that far up in the air, he has to raise his hands up through impact. So, I mean, if you think about it, to get it square, your hands would have to come up like that, and that's what causes a lot of early extension.
Well, that's the problem too. Is like a lot of golf is just like you feel comfortable with it, right? And so
Right.
if I'm looking at the ball and I see the toe half-inch off the ground, I'm not gonna be comfortable with it.
Right.
That's
So you
the
have to
problem.
stand up through impact to
Right,
bottom it out
right.
square. But it's okay right now. We're not going to worry about it. You can start with your hands a little higher if you want. Close. So close. Really get up. Push those hands a little bit more ahead. Now create the angle on the downswing. Create the angle more. There we go. That's the feeling. There we go. That was so low. That was your best one. Money. There we go. That looks so much better. What does that feel like?
It felt like I really like got set at the top. That's really for me is more anything. It's like if I'm set at the top instead of a rush transition, then the whole lower body turning, that whole is a natural thing, right?
Right.
It's
If
like,
you wait, if you give it a
rush
second.
transition, then my lower body doesn't have a chance to rotate, and so our minds are smarter than we think. So if I'm a rush rotation, my mind knows I have to stand up for it.
Right.
So if I can set that at the top and just be patient, then that lets that lower body come through.
Right. That goes for so many golfers out there. They just everyone wants to hit it far, and that's the biggest issue. You're not going to hit it far if you grab at it from the top and increase your grip pressure. You naturally have to let the club set and follow the rotation of your body. There we go, Johnny. That was sick. Little like 2-yard fade.
That was nasty.
Let's start moving on to the driver here. This is the club that I really just want to see you start to hit a little bit lower.
You got a 7.5 degree driver and you still hit as high as I do. It's
Yeah.
not ideal. Not ideal.
We know there's something going on in the swing if his driver is 7 degrees and he's still ballooning it and hitting it super high. So we got to change that. I want to take a look at your setup. Go ahead, set up to the driver. The main thing I'm going to look at is from this angle. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a little bit too far forward. Let's move our feet this way just a little bit. We want this to be exactly in your left heel. So if it's like this, we want that to be on your left heel. So that's pretty close right there. We want it right there. Left heel is ideal. Centered out 50-50 on your feet. Now, same exact thing we've been working on. Let's do the same thing. Like, I only want a 70% swing here. 70%. Push down, back around. Let the club kick behind you. Yeah, don't be afraid to let the club get back here and then follow your body. Let it shallow out. There we go. Okay, that was a little lower. Now that went straight, it went left, but the flight on it was a lot lower. He just closed down the face. Kick it out, push back, and rotate. There we go. And then extend through on balance. Once you get those positions down, you can follow through perfectly on balance. 70% here. Close. I almost want you to feel when you get up to the top here like you're pausing for a second. There you go. That was it. There you go. Best one of the day. Watch, just really focus on his transition there. He almost paused for a second in his mind, and it almost looked like he paused. And it came through nice and from the inside. The ball flight was lower. You would say that's a lot lower than...
Yeah, a lot lower.
And today, guys, I'm kind of showing you literally everything that happens when I'm giving lessons. He's been able to really adapt quick because he's such a good golfer already. But these changes, they just don't happen overnight. You got to actually put the work in. There you go. Nice little fade there. Stayed in his posture. All right, I'm going to do one of my favorite feelings for somebody that throws the club a little bit. Go ahead and get over it. We're going to work on the same things you've been doing, but I'm just going to give you a quick feel. Go ahead and go up to the top of your swing. You're going over back. Now, try and start your downswing here. See that resistance? See how the hands are staying up and the body's turning? Yeah. Go ahead, go again. There. And now from there, once your hands are still up here and your body's turning, you're twisting against that, then you can let the club whip through. That's how you create speed. You gotta let the club stay up in the lower body, initiate the downswing. There you go. That was actually killed. And that's only like his 80% swing. I know Johnny's got a lot more in him when he wants to swing actually really hard at it. Closer, little fade there, little over fade, but not bad. There you go.
That was probably like 85. I got a little excited about that one.
Yeah. You wanted to hit that one hard.
I wanted to hit it hard. I hit it hard though. So.
Yeah. Do you struggle with low wedges? That's the one thing. You struggle with hitting your wedges low. Let's end on that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's hit a couple wedges. And that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this so far. I love coming out here, helping people out. Johnny said he really wanted to work on his swing. So we're giving you guys a little sneak peek into our lesson here. Now, I just want you to hit the 70%, move it back a little bit in your stance and hit it low. Everything we've been working on. Do the rehearsal. Now go ahead, push back. There we go. Money. There you go. That was so much lower. Money. Little high there. I saw from this thing you kind of threw it.
Yeah.
And we really want to give it a second to get ahead. There you go. That was so much better. But guys, that's gonna wrap it up pretty much for today's lesson.
Appreciate Grant for helping me out and having me on the channel again. You know, like he said, it's not gonna be an overnight thing. It's gonna take time, but hopefully, I know there's a lot of people out there that probably have the same move I do. Hopefully this video helped you out. We're working on the same things. That's the beauty about golf though. There's no such thing as perfect, so gonna keep grinding, try to get as close to it as I can get.
But the great thing is we didn't change so much in Johnny's like fundamentals. He has a lot of great fundamentals. His grip looks great, transfer, he loads his weight really good, he's an athlete. So we really only changed a couple feelings in his body. So until next time guys, peace out.